You're gonna mess up, you're gonna make mistakes. We make mistakes. Nobody, there can be somebody say they're a professional, y'all, but who cares? You learn everything you can learn, you stick to it. There is heartache. The wonderful Emden geese, everybody. Check them out. Aren't they gorgeous? Holy smokes. Gotta love those things. Y'all, the sad part about these geese, I love them, but we had so much rain, so much flooding that I lost the only babies I had before we could get home from work. It just flooded like this one section of our property that normally never floods, and apparently those baby geese couldn't take it. We thought they were feathered enough, but they were not. So yeah, we still have the mom and the dad though. We're gonna start over, we're gonna reproduce. But y'all, just so y'all know, you're gonna mess up, you're gonna make mistakes. We make mistakes. Nobody, there can be somebody say they're a professional, y'all, but who cares? You learn everything you can learn, you stick to it. There is heartache. You are gonna bicker with your spouse. Your spouse is gonna bicker with you. You're gonna make them mad. They're gonna make you mad, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have to somehow work around and figure out how to fix the problem. Right now, our problem is tons of weeds and grass growing up and not enough cutters to do it. We need to fix one mower and fix the other mower and try to get things going, y'all. Sorry we're letting you down, but we're just letting y'all down, but hey, just being honest, transparent, and we gonna get back at it, I promise you. This is a working farm. We both have full-time jobs, kids, and a daughter fixing to start college. She just went to orientation the other day. Y'all, she's super cool, and I'm actually super proud of that girl, y'all. She graduated with honors, and now she's fixing to go and try to start her own nail business and get all the certification that she needs to do there, the hair and the nails and all that. So that's pretty cool. Gotta admit it. Shout out Savannah. The workhorse, the beast, y'all. We got this four-wheeler years ago from a trash pile at my brother's, and we got it repaired for way cheaper than it cost to fix a four-wheeler. My wife and little girl use this every day. She just keeps firing up, keeps working, y'all. And we got a little trailer here behind it. Shout out Jason, you know who you are. He hooked us up with that. So got a little wagon behind it, our little trailer that gets everything done. And y'all, you don't have to spend stupid amounts of money. Like, there's no telling, I don't know what a four-wheeler costs. If you know what a four-wheeler costs, put it in the comments below. But we bought this years ago from a trash pile, paid a buddy that was like, hey, we can fix anything. I think all in all it's like $800 and something, and we've been driving this thing for 5 years, something like that. And y'all, you don't have to have extravagant stuff. The wagon, my buddy was like, hey, you pretty much, he gave it to us, but we paid for it eventually because we never saw him again until here recently. He actually needed some rabbits, and I was like, hey, we still owe you for the trailer. We ain't seen you. He's like, heck yeah, that sounds good. So he come and got a rabbit and, you know, exchange, bartering for that four-wheeler trailer that has benefited us for years. I tried to get him another rabbit. He didn't want that. But y'all, you don't have to make this more complicated than it has to be. Yes, in certain spots, like you see here, it looks like we're overrun with grass. But if you'll look, we're keeping the mainstay cut. That right there, we can deal with goats or sheep that is just readily available anytime we want it. And it's only got a goose in there that eats grass, but can he keep up with the way the grass is growing all this rain? Heck no, he can't. But I will get in there and knock this out, take care of this eventually. But in the meantime, he's got plenty to eat. But y'all, be thankful for what you have, what you work for, what you're buying, what you're renting. If they're letting you have animals, hey, that's awesome. Y'all, you never know what you're capable of. And trust me, there's gonna be days that you're gonna feel overwhelmed and just beat up and beat down by the world, by the economy, everything. I just stepped in a big hole. Did you see? I went down, I come back up. But yes, even my son just hit me with a cane pole that he wasn't paying attention. Y'all, we got fried green tomatoes fixing to be picked here. I can't wait. I'll be so happy when those pinwheel squash get picked. We have okra growing out of style. And just so y'all know, some of y'all would cut this up and all that, but as okra gets bigger, it gets harder, it gets hard to eat. Yes, you can dice this up, you can fry it, you can cut it in little wheels and fry it, yeah. But the way I was growing up, raised by my mom, this was too much. You need to pick your okra when it's smaller, maybe not just tiny small, but a lot of people like it real little. I like it about half the size of this and I'll be good. This right here, holy smokes. But I will say this, raw okra is amazing. And that's the reason I was so thankful to pull this big old piece off. Once I make it down to the real wide spot, it's going to the pig, people. But y'all, if you bust it open and get the seeds out of it, oh my God, they're delicious. If you've never tried it, you got to. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, a pig named Goose that goes right along with our pig named Rooster. Ain't he beautiful? Yep.
And he likes being held.
And he likes being held, but just so y'all know, I see pork chops and sausage and, oh my Lord, bacon and lard.
Yeah,
Can't have two males. Rooster is going to be our male, but he is going to be the meat pig for sure. Savannah loves him, but she understands that there's a purpose for these pigs. And that's about that, ain't it, Miss Savannah? He drooled on you? Yeah, he loves you, baby. And y'all, I try not to disturb my peacock prince here, so I'm not going to go in there where he's at. But y'all see him, ain't he gorgeous? Yes, he is. I want y'all to look. Now, I took, stop, Macaw, we don't hit fruit trees with anything. Look at the size of this comfrey, y'all. Holy smokes. And if y'all remember, I took half of that plant. Now look at it. Whoo, son, look at that. That is what you're after. Comfrey is an amazing plant, y'all. Remember how small this was not too long ago? What, a few weeks back? Look at the size of this bad boy protecting this apple tree as well. Now remember, that is the Russian Bocking 14 that I'm talking about. That is the one that does not reproduce, and that is what we're sticking to. I like the one that doesn't reproduce, but it does grow big and wide, and I'm cool with that. And I have more and more to plant, and eventually I'll be selling the heck out of it. But right now I can't turn loose of it because I don't know how much I need right now. So we're going to worry about all that later. But if it was a little fruit tree, it is now a big fruit tree. This place is growing like crazy. I got fruit trees out there. Look at those pear trees. Wow. Everything's getting huge. And that Golden Delicious right there, look at this bad boy. Holy smokes. That's a beautiful one. And along with this pink lady, super proud of what I'm seeing. Everybody asks me, what are you going to do about your fig trees this year? Probably just going to do 6 to 8 inches from the ground. See what happens. In the following year, I'll do it flush with the ground. It won't be long and I'll be getting my deer hunting spot ready right here, as you see. We have harvested many a deer here. It's turning out every year to be bigger, better than ever. More shade, more secluded spots for deer to sneak in and out of. Boy, I can't wait. I can already taste the jerky now. But I keep this spot right here cleaned out. That way, this is where I put my hunting blind. And then you look through these trees into the hunting spot, as you see out here. And some of y'all may not care about this, but I try to share every bits of the journey that we go through and the things that we do, how we provide for our family, the things we do for fun and hobbies. This is one of them. And as long as you stay at it, keep working, adding fruit trees, adding nut trees, if you don't already have them, like we have tons of acorns. I mean, y'all, you can always make it more beneficial to an animal, and that gives you a greater possibility of harvesting more animals and attracting more animals and keeping those animals flowing through all throughout the year so that they continuously come back. Because when we first moved here, you might see a deer every 10, 11, 15 days, something like that. But now it's every day. But I have been asked, how big is your farm? My farm is not real big, y'all. It's really not. I mean, you have the farm area that's all right here. So I would say we use around 2 acres, and 4 acres, a little over 4 acres isn't even used yet. But are we planning on using it? Yes. Got to get these fences up. But like I said, we went through some hard times with job changes, people losing their contracts, getting a new company, trying to make your presence known at the new company so that you can move up, try to work harder, do more, be more. And y'all, it's the long game. Just like being on YouTube, it's a long game. It's very hard to get on YouTube and just take off. You know, some people have done it, but I'm not gonna do it. I haven't done it. But y'all, it's the long game. Eventually, I plan on using a bit more of my property. But I also don't want to use all of my property because you want nature to have its course. You want the land to be able to rest in a lot of places, because what we do is we use an area for so long and then we move everything to another area. That way we let that land rest, grow up, show us the nutrients that it has provided, and it shows a new seed bed under it as well. So don't get out there thinking, I got to do it all today, I got to do it all today. No, I don't have everything I need. I don't have the fences, the structures, anything. I don't even have a barn. You know how embarrassing it is to tell people you ain't got a barn and you got a farm? Come on, come on. I don't have it, can't afford it, but we're working on it. But y'all, hard work, determination, there's no telling what you can acquire, what you're capable of. Yes, there will be wins, fails, and a lot of loss, just like my pheasants. I'm super sad about that. Nothing I can do about it now, but hopefully y'all enjoy some of these videos. Put in the comments what you like, what you don't like, where you from. Tell me where you're from. I'd love to see all the people that can see us, because analytics don't really tell me everything. And it would be cool to know where everybody's from. My wife is always gonna add a little color to everything. And I did what I said. I dug and cut up all the bad stuff around all my boysenberries. I have strung them, y'all, but look how fast. Look how fast they grow. Look at all the vines drooping. They just keep drooping, growing out of everywhere. These things are crazy when it comes to growth. This arbor is almost completely enclosed. Am I sure of how far they'll grow? No, no, no. Am I gonna be upset? No, I'll add another arbor, because y'all boysenberries are amazing. And this bad boy has been putting out crazy amounts of vines. So with the one vine on the side and each side this past year, we were like, man, maybe we need to buy more. Oh no, we do not need to buy more. This thing has went crazy. Look at this. I have got it threaded through and threaded through. We're just gonna keep threading it, y'all. We're gonna keep this bad boy growing. It's gonna be all over. Some have thorns, some don't. And I've actually pulled up some that were growing underneath, and I've got them in containers and pots and pans, so we're gonna see what happens. Till next time, I am your boy Maniac. Always a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for watching. We out.